Hi. So today I'm going to read chapter 6, which is Bob's perspective. But I do want us to remember what happened at the end of chapter 5, which is the conversation that Livy and Bob are having about him finding her in the chicken coop. And she says, he says, I came in here because it was warm. And she says, well, were you cold? And he says, no, you were cold. I was cold. And he says, you were shivering. Why was I shivering? Because it was almost winter and you were soaking wet. Okay. So now Bob's perspective. If I think back really hard, I can still see the 5-year-old Livy curled up on the straw, her long hair and orange pajamas matted with leaves, and a tiny frog stuck inside the hood. A frog, she says when I tell her. I nod, remembering the bright greenness of the frog. It hopped out and landed on your nose, and when I shook you, you woke up, and then you laughed when you saw it. I didn't add that when she saw me, she stopped laughing. Why was I sleeping if I was soaking wet in the chicken coop? Was it raining? I shake my head. It was sunny. I remember the early morning light through the slats in the roof and the dust hanging in the air. And you took a long time to wake up. But I thought I was, excuse me, but I thought I was the one to save you. I shake my head again. That came later. She sighs. The old Livy never sighed. This one sighs a lot. A car door shuts. Livy jumps up and peers through the window. Mom's back. Stay in here until we're out of the way, and then you can run back to the house, okay? She still doesn't trust the chicken suit. She ducks through the door before I can say that I don't want her to go. Now I'm all alone with the real chickens, who look at me suspiciously. I cross my arms and sit in the corner, the same corner where she was all wet. A minute later, I can hear Livy laughing. I risk peeking out the window. Gran has joined her and her mom and the baby. They're feeding cucumbers and carrots to the pigs. Gran shows Livy how to hold the vegetables so the pigs don't nibble her fingers. Your dad will love this, her mom said, snapping pictures. Our little farm girl. I slump back down. I want to be a little farm girl. Well, I just want to be a farm non-zombie. I haven't been outside in 5 years. I should get to feed the pigs and run in the grass and stare up at the wide blue sky that I'd almost forgotten existed. I should get to climb a tree if I feel like it. Why does Livy get to make all the decisions? I don't like the way that one chicken over there keeps glancing at me. I think she is up to no good. She looks like the kind of chicken who can peck your eyes out and not even feel bad about it. I scurry out into the sun. Now everyone is laughing at how the pigs' tails are like little curly question marks and how they go boing if you unwound them. I do my best chicken walk toward them, but then stop before I get too close. Livy will be upset if she sees me. Maybe this is a bad idea. I glance around looking for cover and spot the well. This time, Livy can't keep me from checking it out. I change course and dart behind it. I am now officially a rule breaker. The stones that surrounded the well are warm from the sun. Leaning against them feels nice on my back. My feet feel funny though, like cold and hot at the same time. The funny tingling feeling starts there, but then it goes higher and higher till it reaches my head. Or, I'm sorry, is this what Spider-Man's spidey senses feel like? Or was it the beans? I bet it was the beans. I turn to my left. I am not alone at the well. Danny, the old man who had called him earlier, was sitting against the low wall with his knees pulled up to his chest and a book at his side. He sees me and his eyes widen in surprise. But it's not the kind of surprise like if you just saw a zombie, more like the kind where you just saw the big chicken. He has pink icing around his lips and he's been crying. I want to ask if he's okay, but chickens don't talk. So instead, I peck at the ground and think that life can't be all that bad if you just ate something with pink icing on it. You're lucky to be a chicken, the boy says, angrily wiping his eyes with the back of his hand. Your life is so easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, I want to tell him. Old Libby used to say that, and I've been waiting for the chance to use it. But now is not that time. Plus, my life is so not easy. He sniffles and then reaches out and strokes my fake chicken comb. I hold my breath. This suit works really well. Some days I wish I could be a chicken, Danny says. Things are hard when you're a person. Grandpop is going to lose his farm soon. Nothing grows here anymore. He keeps petting my head. I can't talk to tell him that things will be okay. And how do I even know they will? So I just give him a gentle nudge on the chin and hope he understands. A shadow falls over us and I look up. Dark clouds have rolled in, hiding the sun. Danny lets his hand fall from his head and stops crying. Clouds, he says, his voice full of wonder. Then he stands up and shouts, rain clouds. Shh. I know chickens don't shush people, but I can't help it. But it's too late. Livy and the whole family are staring right at us. Livy's eyes dart wildly between me and Danny. Look at the clouds, she shouts, stabbing her finger up a bit too frantically. But it works. Everyone looks up, even the baby, which gives me a chance to escape. But I don't. Something holds me there. We hear thunder, and everyone cheers. Gran lifts the baby up to the sky and hops around and goes, woo-hoo! She's stronger than she looks. Livy's mom throws her arms around Livy and squeezes. At this moment, I could take off the chicken suit and do a naked somersault, and not one of them would notice. From behind her mom's back, Livy waves for me to go to the house. Danny has run over to join the whooping and the dancing, and I want more than anything to join in too. But I do my best chicken walk toward the back door. Giant blobs of water plonk onto my head, splash on my face, and roll down toward my mouth. Rain. It's a little weird. Not bad necessarily, just different. Not sure what all the fuss is about, frankly, but by the time I've made it to the door, the rain has stopped and the clouds have rolled away. That was fast. The cheering stops as if someone has thrown a switch. Everyone is quiet. Livy is frowning, and that makes me sad. I hear her mom say that the baby needs to get into some dry clothes. I better get upstairs before they come in. Also, I'm pretty sure there are some potato chips left in the bottom of that bag. So that's the end of chapter 6. It's getting interesting, and there are some clues if you're paying close attention. Bye.